right, welcome back. This is going to be part 108. 108 and my presentation on dinosaurs and man. And in this video, we're going to talk about dinosaur skin, preserved dinosaur skin that has been found. And it's something that they found in numerous locations. It's absolutely just amazing. They've actually found dinosaurs that they call a mummy, not like your Egyptian type mummy, but it's where the whole dinosaur is there. The whole dinosaur is there, but the entire thing, including the organs, has all turned to stone. And so, absolutely just incredible. And I'll be getting into some of that stuff on my flood of Noah's Ark. I show some of that. And so it's just amazing where, most of the dinosaur, that is, most of it is there. It's just the entire thing is just turned to stone, but you can see all types of stuff on the dinosaur. And so details that you normally wouldn't see when you're just looking at bones. But if you notice on the screen here, this is a preserved dinosaur skin that was found in 2012 from Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada. And what they found was a hadrosaur, a duck-billed dinosaur is what they found. And now, hadrosaur means big lizard, but that's what you're looking at right there, that type of dinosaur. And so now, this one right here was dated in the late Cretaceous time period. This is, again, using the evolutionary geologic timescale model. And now this is some of the pictures here, guys. You can see that. You can see some of those dinosaur scales right there, the skin. You can see that. And so it's just right there on top, that dark portion. That's just some of that they found. It says, as we excavated the fossil, I thought we were looking at skin impressions. They thought it was just an impression. Then I noticed a piece came off, and I realized this is not ordinary. This is real skin. Everyone involved with the excavation was incredibly excited, and we started discussing research projects right away. And this came from this individual here. I'm not going to mess up his name, but he's a University of Regina. He's a physicist. One question is whether the hadrosaur skin was green or gray, like most dinosaurs are portrayed, or was it completely a different color? Barbie said he can use the CLS, the Canadian Light Source synchrotron, to look at unique structures called melanosomes, cellular organelles that contain pigments that control the color of an animal's skin. Now, this right here is eukaryote cells, and they also contain a number of, listen to this, organelles. Now, when you think of organelles, these are subcellular spaces that are separated from the cytoplasm by their own membranes, much like rooms in a house. That's what you would consider that. Now, you think of that. You look at that word organelles. That's where you think of organs. Like I got my body, and my body has certain heart, lungs. They have their separate. They're separate from each other. And so, like you would in a house, you got a bedroom, bathroom, living room, laundry room, a basement. They're separated. They're separated in that. That's what they mean by that organelles. And so, for the experiment, the sample is placed in the path of the infrared beam, and light reflects off of it. During the experiment, chemical bonds of certain compounds will create different vibrations. For example, protein, sugars, and fats found in the skin will create unique vibrational frequencies that scientists can measure. It is astonishing that we can get information like this from such an old sample. There you go again. Skin has fat and lots of dead cells, along with many inorganic compounds. We can reflect the infrared beam off the sample, and we can analyze the samples to give us very clear characteristics. May said, this is Tim May, the guy at the bottom of the the paragraph there, it said May said that infrared techniques are so accurate at determining chemical characteristics that it is known as the fingerprint region of the light spectrum. But perhaps the greatest question Barbie is trying to answer at the CLS is how the fossil remained intact. Get this, guys, for around 70 million years. Listen, guys, how much do I have to beat this into the ground? They know this shouldn't be here. They know it. And they're right there. They're trying to figure out how. How can this remain intact for 70 million years? It's impossible. It's impossible. They know that, but you know what? They will not let go of that evolutionary thinking. They just will not do it. They're locked into it like a prisoner. They just will not let it go. Okay, we'll stop right there. When we come back, we are going to have the last video. We're going to conclude all the evidences that I've shown ever since the beginning of this presentation. At the time of this recording, it was way over, probably looking at maybe almost 14 months ago. And so, but at any rate, guys, I want to take my time with this. There's no hurry. There's no rush. We're sitting down, I want this to be a very informal type thing. And so just as if you were sitting across the table from me, I like classes like that where we can discuss things, we can rabbit trail. And so it's all about learning. It's all about learning. If you're not learning anything, I haven't done my job. And so, but I want to take my time. And there's still 2 more presentations for me to go through. And so I've got the Noah's Ark and flood presentation, and then I got the microscopic world presentation. So it's going to take several more years before I'm finished with this. And so, but again, taking our time, going over the information. I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. I just researched it. I just researched it and read it, and I'm sharing that information and where I've gotten information from, things that you can go to and learn more. And so, guys, the evidence is here. The Lord has made this evidence available. It's either you believe it or you don't. The only problem that I see with our culture now is we're distracted. We're distracted with entertainment. And the devil is using that, and he's winning a lot of people that way. And so, you got the Bible, you got the good old book right here that sits in most Christian homes, but yet there's a famine of the Word of God. There's a famine. Most folks couldn't tell you hardly anything about it. And so, which is sad. The greatest tool we have in our home is God's written word. We put our faith in this. There's more faith in this than anything else. It's like Jesus said, they have Moses and the prophets. They have Moses and the prophets when he was talking about the parable of the rich man and Lazarus. And you can produce a miracle. You can produce a miracle, guys. But if they won't put their faith in this right here, they won't even be persuaded, though one was to rise from the dead. And so that's just how important this book is. And so, but let me encourage you guys to get into a good study through the Bible. Start in Genesis and go all the way through the Bible. Get into some type of study system where you can go through the Word of God and learn it. And so have something that you can give these folks when they try to debate you or put you on the spot. Have an answer for them. I'm telling you, in this day and time that we live in, and as we go further, that book is going to come alive more and more and more as we see the day of the Lord drawing closer. But you guys take care. I love you. And y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.